We'll start about 3 minutes. Oh. Yes. Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. And you're actually Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday, right? This is our first meeting of the year, so I'm thrilled. For those of you who do not know me, if you're first time here at NAOBI-DC, who's first time NAOBI-DC? I see a few first timers. First timers. Wonderful. So if you don't know me, my name is Kathy Lemons. I'm the current president of NAOBI-DC. This is the first month of my last year. I cannot be put back in this position again. I will not do a cartwheel, but in my head, I'm doing cartwheels. So I'm eager to be back in the membership role and do wonderful things from that standpoint, instead of from the presidency role. But I've been thrilled to be in this role for 3 years, and this will be my final, so I'm excited. I want to welcome you all this evening. This meeting will be a fun meeting. Please, before you leave, we always challenge everybody to get to know somebody you don't know. So I'm sure, especially for the first timers, a lot of these faces are new. Some of our non-first timers said some of these faces were new. So everybody get to know somebody before you leave. I'll put up our agenda, and it usually is the same. So if this is your first time in the meeting, it's kind of always the standard. Before we get into our eye time, and I'll wait a second because I know some of the folks that have been around for a while. One of our NAOBI Inc. members, a SoCal member, passed away recently, so we want to just take a moment of silence for Teresa. They call her Mama T. Shaw. I don't know how many in the room know her or have met her or been in her presence. So a few of the folks that have been around a while know her well, and I know she will be missed. There are a lot of Facebook messages going around. I think her services will be this week. Really quickly, so that we can conduct any business if any business needs to happen, we'd like to confirm a quorum. I will tell you that a member in good standing, usually at the beginning of the year, is like a handful of us because most people pay their membership in the January meeting. So I think coming in the door, we might have had like 10 folks paid, but we expect the rest of y'all to pay tonight, right? So wonderful. So Shay, if you, are we doing 2 people to confirm one, 10, right? Yes. Oh, 2.5 people, really 2.5 people. So if you are a member of January paid NAOBI-DC membership, please raise your hand. Rachel, please raise your hand. Thank you. All right, one. I'm going to pull up the minutes from the last meeting, and you can read those on the screen. And let me know if it's too small. Is it too small? I'm scrolling. Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. Any noted corrections to the minutes that need to be documented? I would like to make note that Eileen's name is spelled. Eileen is spelled incorrectly. E-I-L-E-E. There's one. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So, for those of you who are first timers and those of you who have been here several times, know that we do something here called high time. High time is an opportunity that we like to give for everybody to improve their receptive skills. We do that by inviting someone from the deaf community to come and share something with our membership. It could be anything that they would like to share. And that portion is not voiced, it is not interpreted at all. It is just your opportunity to catch to catch the language in use from a native user. So, eye time today, although we normally do eye time with just a presentation, will be more interactive. This year we're doing it a little bit different. Up on the screen, you see a little bit about our eye time presenter, Professor Lindsay Dunn, who has graciously accepted coming here. So we thank him. Thank you, Lindsay. And if you don't know Lindsay Dunn, please get to know him. He is a pillar in the community. He does wonderful things for not only deaf members of color and African American community, but also interpreters of color. He has supported NAOBI from way back, yeah, Tintin, way back in his days in New York, and now he lives here and he's a professor here on campus. Professor Dunn has asked that this be a little bit more interactive. So I'm going to ask him to speak briefly, but he's not going to go in depth. Today, what I want you guys to do is gather some questions that you would like to ask Professor Dunn. We will break a little bit later. Those questions will be signed to him by the most novice or some of the novice members in your circles. So when we break into groups, Shay will explain a little bit more, but when we break into groups, it will be your opportunity to ask for sign clarity in a safe space before you approach. So first, he'll just come up a brief introduction. We'll go back to the regular meeting. You guys jot down some questions that you want to ask him. He has experience in a little bit of everything. So whether it be everything related deafness, everything related Blackness, everything related culture, movement, ask him about his home, whatever it be, you guys take the opportunity to write down some questions when we break into groups. Develop that question in time so that you guys can ask him, and we'll have an interactive eye time. Cool? So we'll give him the floor for about five minutes, and then he'll come back up later.
Oh. Unfortunately, how? Yo, yeah, that can be. Oh, the redness with hope. That is right. Okay. How to get right. Because 9, 4, 9, 5. Without him, what? Doctor, but that what your joy, acting the role, what we need to have. Anyway, so everyone, back. That comes to a minute. That to know what rest the whole the cost please yeah. Right now well what that means oh man you see about as an American an American well well it's very taken to us that you know it's just you know it's different between how American and Vietnamese will stand huh Trinidad and the or Cote d'Ivoire or Ecuador, we are here. Our community. Oh, you understand how to learn about us and how we live. I feel that stress our community. No, I will. But I what be that he must be because my brother. You that?
Questions, thoughts. Ask as sugarman anything. He is straightforward and going to give you an honest answer, which is one thing that I absolutely love about him. So we'll break in a little while. You guys write down some questions, discuss how you're going to assign them to him, and then we'll have a little bit more of an interactive dialogue with it. So now we'll get back to the program, and then we'll come back to that when we break out in process. Okay? Oh, so I'm first. So, so normally I give a State of the Union, right? I don't have to give a State of the Union. I'm not campaigning. I ran twice and won them both, right? But I do want to talk a little bit about the board's discussion about our year and what it would look like. I'm going to be very honest. I came to our first official board meeting, and I told the board, this is my last year. I have things that I want to do. I'm going to do them, whether everybody likes it or not, right? Because I feel like I serve in the time. Of course, the way of the world dictates it. There's a lot happening in the United States right now. There's a lot happening within our community, and there's a lot of inequalities and fights for social justice that we need to be a part of. I was very thankful for those who were able to join us and serve as interpreters for the Land March. For those who are in the room and was able to do that, thank you on that team. But it was a proud moment that we would call the National Action Network and Access Shop and serve as interpreters for the Land. There are things that are going on that are hitting home within our community, and you don't have to be typecast for these things. You don't have to be. Tamir Rice wasn't typecast, right? Little boy, little boy, baby. All of these are kids. So I think about what's going on within our community, and me as a young lady who grew up in a two-parent household whose father was a New York City police officer all my life until the day he retired and still works for law enforcement in New York City. I struggle with what's going on in the community because I also was raised by two former militant Black Panthers group. So I have this bipolar situation going on with, and these ongoing conversations with my dad about what's happening with the community and law enforcement and how they're treating our people and our males and our females and how the community looks at us. But at the same time, there's also a hard look that we need to take at ourselves and how we treat each other and how we treat our males and how we treat our females and how we treat each other. So my report this year to you guys as we kick off the new year is expect for the organization to engage. We need to be a part of the movement. There's a movement happening. We need to be a part of it, not only because we are a membership made up of people of color and allies for the issues that deal with people of color, but also within our profession, we have issues that we need to address. So my goal this year is to serve you guys proudly, to hopefully make some waves and some impact when I discuss the organization to our allies, to organizations that surround us, that are not a part of us, and hopefully I will continue to serve you guys proudly and having those discussions, and hopefully we'll be seen in much more of a positive light this year. Hopefully we'll be seen with the skills and the capabilities that we do have, and hopefully we'll be on those lists that Lindsay spoke about that didn't have our names on it. So that's my goal this year. I have some, that's a lot. You know, the board said the movement is a movement. The board was like, we don't want to say movement because that means a lot. Like, the movement is bigger than what we can ever do. You know, those that came before us that were involved in movements, my parents were involved in movements, and they will die still being part of movements that have never moved anywhere, you know? But we need to be a part. We need to identify that. there's a lot that needs to be done. And everybody can't sit between their thumbs. Everybody has to be involved so that individuals of color, individuals that have preferences that are not like the standard norm, individuals that are just diverse, which is everybody under the sun, are respected and treated equally. So that's my goal this year. I don't really have anything other than my step show that I will get my step show. But other than that, I will get my step show. But other than that, really, that's my goal. So I thank you guys for allowing me to be here for 3 years. And I hope this next 12 months I go out on the highest peak of my time serving. So that's me. I'm going to bring up Rachel Elliott. Most of you guys probably don't know Rachel. Somebody knows Rachel clearly. But Rachel Elliott is our new treasurer. Listen, I don't want to say like Rachel. I don't like to so for those of you who don't know Rachel this is month 1 of the new term for treasurer. We want to take a moment to applaud Tanya Butler, who served 4 years as Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. She has been in discussion and meeting with Rachel. And Tanya's around. She is around. I think I probably called her 5 times today. So she will always be around. But we are excited to introduce to you guys Rachel. And if you don't know her, you want to take a moment, just a little bit.
I'm gonna have to start, unfortunately. I don't have a voice right now. A little bit about myself. Well, yeah, I'm new to NAOBI. I'm definitely excited to be involved. My full-time job, I work for the federal government, the Federal Trade Commission, and I'm a disability program manager there. Excuse me. That was just this weekend. So that's my new role. I'm excited to have that parallel role here and also in So I will do the treasury report. So I'll go ahead and move it up. So we have the report for 2 months, and that'll be. I can't see you. Interpreters moving. That's it. So starting with the month of November, we had $10,244.34. And that gave us a total of $10,544.34 for the total income. Moving down, we have expenses. Total expenses were $79.95. That means we had a total of $10,696 and that was for the month of November. Now for the month of December, again we started with that $10,696. And then we ended with a total of $10,811,036.88. And then total expenses were $164. And that gave us a grand total of $10,000. So that gives us a received month of January 2022. And so the next one we have any questions about it? All right, I'm still here, so I'm done. Oh, no. Just in addition to that, there were also $500 left in the PayPal account. So there's a limit to how much you can transfer every month. That's 500. So we transferred it and not to keep it until how long? For the next 3 days, 30 days. Also, if anyone is interested in seeing the full report, you can get a few copies. I didn't want to just open this with paper, so if you want to see it, it's
Yes, I do. Okay, so chapter liaison. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you want, let me know. Okay.
Hello, I'm Mercedes Hunter. And my happy this is my last year, so I'm going to NAOBI-DC, so we can live together and we're going to leave together. That's my girl. So just to let you know, we will be hosting the Teaching to the Fire, which is March 13th and 14th. And my co-coordinator is searching for volunteers, Eileen. So if any of you all are interested, please let either she or I know where she's up. The deadline for that will be February 16th. So please let either one of us know if you're interested. Also, if you can come on. Most already know who he is, right? So we spoke with NAOBI-DC last year about coordinating a get together. So we thought we really need to do it. We wanted to go to Black History Month and sign off. It's a very friendly social event with the community. And so that event will be February 27th, and please talk a little bit about it.
That's no problem.
How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, like she said, I'm the host of ASL Poetry, and we host a once-a-month event at Buckford and Poetry. We've been going 6 years strong now. And this year I want to do something more special. I want to give back to the community. So for Black History Month, I wanted to give back to the community. And the first people I thought of, the first organization I thought of was NAOBI. So I wanted to put an event together that includes NAOBI because what we have is a sign-up contest, including that's going to require NAOBI participants in it. And not only people who's going to be in the contest, but we need you guys to come and support our organization. The original plan was to raise $200 and donate it to the organization. But after talking to Bus Boys, they love the idea. We decided to boost it up to $400. How are we going to do that? The event normally costs $5 to get into, but we're going to raise it to $7. $2 from each person goes to you guys. So if 100 people comes, that's $200, for example. The room can hold about 120 to 150 people. So if the room gets full, the more people come, the more money this organization makes. We already have 7 participants. We have 7 people, and we are looking for one more person. Keep in mind, this is a friendly competition. This is for fun. But there will be a prize. We will offer first, second, and third prize. Bus Boys is willing to give the top 3 or 4 people gift cards to eat at Bus Boys. So you can go to Bus Boys and eat there for free. That's for the top 3 or 4 winners. And I also have a sponsor that's going to pay for your prize. But we're waiting for their approval, so it's not approved yet. It's in our interpreting urgency. And they're willing to give you guys a prize for the first, second, or third person. The first, second, and third person in the last places. So right now we are looking for one more person to participate in the tournament. We need a total of 8 people. We have 3 men, 3 guys, and 4 women. So we need one more person. We're going to pick popular songs that are not very brand new, something from the 90s, 2000s. We're going to pick something that almost everybody knows. And how it's going to work is 2 interpreters going to go on stage, we're going to play a song, and they're both going to sign it at the same time.
And the group will know the
We're
song.
going to release the song on February 1st. We're going to give you a list of the songs that we're going to play. And so you have a whole month to study the songs. And then that night, you play the song while you're on stage. And the winner goes to the next round.
Also, for that evening, we're looking for interpreters to be present, to interpret, and make sure communication is successful for everybody during the event. So it won't be an excessive amount of interpreting, just for simple things, like drawing service going on there. So
We're not supporting me, we're supporting you.
And they all get first.
NAOBI-DC. So I ask all of you to be your favorite interpreters, consistent, or just donate whatever to NAOBI. I'm asking you all to come out on February 27th to support you guys.
What time is it?
I recommend you be there by 10:30. I think it's going to be packed that night because we're going to be promoting on campus and out there in DC. I get a lot of people from University of Maryland, and these other colleges interested in learning sign language. So a lot of them are going to be out there. We'll probably gain new members too, but they're going to be curious about the organization. We're going to promote it for the website and everywhere. So the room will likely be packed. Please come early.
And the event
Any
starts.
questions?
Any questions?
Can we buy tickets before the event?
I recommend you buy the tickets online. It's fine. But it's not.
You can purchase them
Pay
before.
before. You can pay before. I'm not sure. You got to stuff that good one for it. But I think because you have to split some, you have to take some of the money out and give it to the organization. I gotta figure out how that's gonna work. People buy the tickets online, then companies have to cut a check to give to the organization.
If you have any questions, you can contact me. Now, the NAOBI-DC cookout will be July 25th. And we're still looking for a chef. So if anyone is interested, please let me know. And we're also looking for a virtual park as well to have it in. The total card, we did use, but if you know the larger part, let us know. We're flexible. Okay? All right, thanks. Well, that's it.
How many of you went to the cookout last year? How many of you have been to our cookout? So if you didn't go last year, you missed a great event. Tacoma Park was great, but we really were like elbow to elbow. We had a great time. So this year we plan on doing it bigger and better. It seems like every year this cookout is going. This title is a family affair because it's everybody. Everybody will come and just have a great time. So please mark your calendars. You don't want to miss that. It's like we jumped over that. The 25th. How many of you know I jumped over that? That's my goal this year. I'm just saying. Vice President, Chapter Liaison, just saying. Could be. I say the kids, right? I know what you've been playing. I had a picture, but you couldn't find it. So the kids nowadays have this saying, this phrase that says, "This could be us, but you be playing." So, but I tried to find a picture. None of it was safe for what? Or NAOBI. I don't know what the kids are talking about. I'm like, that was a kids now. So, before we go into this, I'm going to take a pause. Because there's food over there and nobody has food in front of them. So let's take a 5-minute break before we introduce our special guest. Get some food. There's some wings over there, juice, punch, chips, something like that. And save me just one wing, that's all. So 5 minutes. No, she I don't know what this Shay, I'm taking this down. I know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it. It's always good.
Just a movie.
Okay, thank you guys. You'll have time to chat a little bit later, but right now I want to bring up our special guest because I invited her and she said yes. So I'm thankful. I'm always thankful when somebody says yes. You should be a little concerned if people say no. My mama told me that. So last year I told you guys I wanted to do. This year I really wanted to do 6 degrees of separation, 6 degrees of integration of RID. I feel like a lot of our membership, if you're not certified, you're just not a part of our RID or know what's going on with RID. And we won't make changes in RID unless we're involved. We won't make our voices heard to the organization if we don't know who's at the organization, if we don't visit with them, if we don't communicate with them, if we don't engage in dialogue, then everything will be status quo. I've been blessed with being able to call RID and speak with the folks there and have a great time, go down to the wonderful location. I told you guys last meeting, I thought it was this huge headquarters, and when I got there, it was like a little tiny town home. I was like, where are all of the millions of people that run our information? And it's like, no, it's all run by one person, Ryan. So this year, for every meeting, we have 6 meetings in the year. I will be inviting somebody from RID to come and talk about what we do. I'm kicking off the new year with, I think, probably the most important person in the house because she is the director of member services. And as a member, I think it's very important to know what services are offered to me as a member and what's going on. Brian and I have been in communication for years, ever since I moved here. And she's always been super supportive. She has been involved in her collegiate life in things that affect folks of color. So I'm thankful about that as well because things are on her radar. But she always chats with me and says, hey, your member's not doing this. Tell your members this. Tell your members this. So I'm going to bring her up. I also love her because she's a New Yorker, and you know us New Yorkers, how we roll. So I'm bringing on Miss Brian Butts from RID. Welcome, how are you guys?
Thank you for that. And I am a Giant fan, so I'm a little sad about the whole Super Bowl thing that's happening this weekend. I'm not saying as a Patriots fan, so my house will still be rocking. So, as Kathy said, I am the director of human services. We're just trying to get together, and I'm just really happy to be here. So I think, Kathy, I thank you guys for having me, for your attention for these next few minutes. So, excuse me. So when Kathy asked me to you want me to say, I don't know. So as she mentioned, when I graduated from the University of Mary Washington, which is about an hour and a half south of here, I was able to join a program as a part-time staff for a community-based program, the James Farmer Scholars Program. And what that is basic James Farmer Scholars Program. And what that is a community-based program that took middle school and high school students that were first generation college on that college path, and we brought them in on Saturdays and we did extra work with them. And, there was a sign language class, there was a math class, there was science, just different things. And then once they got to high school, we actually did workshops on how to watch a basketball and how to do a college essay, how to prepare for college interviews and things like that. And we had a really high success rate. So James Farmer was actually one of the great civil rights leaders, and so I learned a lot about him. And just my time there was really great. But then I grew up and I started getting full-time bills, and so I had to find a full-time job to support my bills. And so I went to the Washington Post website and I put in the search bar sign language, and what popped up? RID. I took sign language class in high school, so I knew that I had a interest in community. I enjoyed learning the language, but I knew that I didn't want to be an interpreter because I don't like this standing up in front of people and talking and doing things. So I'd rather be back there and just watch it. So I knew I didn't want to be an interpreter. So after that, I applied, got a position, and 8 years later, here I am. So I've been with RED for 8 years, starting in April. So ever since I've been there, I've been in the member services department. So what that means is I've handled renewals, I've handled membership cards, I've handled customer service, conference registration. I've seen it all through RED. So if you ever call to talk to the office, or if you ever call to renew your membership, you're all members, right? You're all members of RED. If you ever call to renew your membership over the phone, you probably talk to myself or one of my staff. And so we are pretty much the gateways to the organization. So, like I said, I'm not the talk of the group, so I'm going to make this a little bit interactive. But I don't want to sit here and talk all the time. But how many of you guys are already members? Okay. So, how many of you guys are students? The students are not members. So we do have a membership category that's called the student membership category. What that is, it's a student membership for anybody who's doing an IPP program, taking one linguistic, deaf, anything. If you tell me that you are even thinking about the major or something, I will let you get the student membership. It's a really reduced rate. And if you get with that, are some discounts and publications. So hopefully I will see some of your names come across my desk on Monday. So like I said, I'm not much of a talker. So I want to know, of the RED members, what are some of the benefits of joining RED? Oh, and I have prizes. So you guys want to pay attention. How many of you guys, what are some of the benefits of joining RED? Certification. So we do offer a certification that we have different certifications. We have general certification, and then we have specialization. So if I give you one of these cards, just break your name down, and then I'll introduce you for one of my process. So what's another benefit of joining RED? Networking. Anybody else? Networking.
This kind of process certification.
Yep. So with each of the exams, if you do get a discount on your certification when you purchase that. Educational opportunities. Absolutely. So I will talk about that in a little bit, but we have a biennial national conference. This year, the conference is in New Orleans. Anybody else? If you are a certified or an associate member, you have the ability to vote. Voting happens at conference. There are also some votes that happen throughout the year. But the voting that happens at conference are really, really important because motions can come from the floor, motions are announced beforehand, and pretty much by being an R&D member, everything goes before a vote, meaning your, anything that deals with certification, membership dues, just everything that deals with your association goes to the voting of the members. So as a voting member, you have the opportunity to change the association. So, anybody else? Absolutely.
Spoken from the one who graced the cover.
So Views is a quarterly publication that we publish. Has lots of articles and just really good things that we interpret, that you guys interpret professional rights and submit, and we publish that. A few more. You have one already? I should have stated the rules before you. But you're right. You have general liability through an organization that offers a discount to all our members. Anybody else? Absolutely. That's one of the things that a lot of people in the community don't really see some value in. But I will tell you, as a staff member, we get calls every single day, all day, about, I need an interpreter. And what do? We send them to the website. We say you can search for them online and contact them, and they will contact you and email you about job opportunities in that area. One more. Let me see. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So part of your dues, if you are a certified or an associate member, you get to participate. Sorry. You get to participate in what, for certified members, is called the Certified Maintenance Program. And if you're an associate member, it's called the Associate Continuing Education Credit Program. And so what that is if this meeting was a CE meeting, you would put your name down, and then that will go on a transfer. For certified members, you have to earn a certain amount of CEUs per cycle. For associate members who are within the field, a lot of their jobs will require that you still take some professional development. So RED will track that for you. So you guys gave a lot of great membership benefits, and I appreciate that you guys pay attention. But one thing that you guys didn't talk about is scholarship opportunities. RED gives away 11 scholarships each year. Well, we at least try to. We try to give away at least 11 scholarships a year. And sometimes I'm the liaison specialist, and I've been a liaison specialist for 5 years. A lot of times that money goes unpaid. People don't apply for the scholarship, but they don't know about it. We put advertisements in the TV, we put advertisements in our email, which is our monthly publication, and people just don't apply to it. Like I said, I'm a liaison specialist, and every year it may go to one person by default because they met the qualifications and gave a decent, essay. But you guys are leaving money on the table, really. As certified members, there are opportunities if you want to take another certification exam. As a student member, there's tuition assistance. As associate certified anybody, there's money for professional development. So you can they give you a check, they mail it to you, and you can apply it to your workshop. If you win the award for the testing, we give you a voucher, and as soon as you're ready to take that exam, you don't get anything. Zero, zilch, nothing. So please apply. Most of them, the only requirement is membership. Student members, $32. Certified members, you pay your dues. Associate members, it was optional, but I highly recommend it because this is what it's like. Already budget for it, but it was just laying there and goes back in next year. So I really do hope that I see some of your names on that list of people Most of the scholarships have a deadline of May 1st. You can learn about them at RD.org. You click on the About RD tab, and there's a scholarship for. So please apply so that I can continue to work and getting some of this money that RD is giving away. We have other programs in the board's office. We have the EPS program, which is the ethical practice system. The members who join that committee are in that group. They are in charge of the grievance process that RD has. And Matthew O'Hara, he's our deputy director, but he is also the manager of that program. He's always looking for new leaders and educators opposed to serve on those committees and do that work. A lot of times it's just a very minimal commitment. It's not something that's strenuous. It's not something that takes a lot of time. And it's giving that to the community. So I have some information there at the table. If you want to learn about that process, just let me know. Cheryl said the certification department certification is an RD member benefit. So we are currently looking for members to serve on the certification development. It's a new group, so I just have to CDMG. And what that is for members to actually serve on the committee to maintain certification exams. So you might have heard that there's some changes going on in the NIC and things like that. But if you still want to estimate, you need to do things necessary to make it a valid and respected exam. So another deadline that we have is for the executive board nominations for that for the RD National Board. The deadline is April 1st. So again, I hope to see some of you there. The positions that are open are for the executive board, but everything but the regional reps. So your president, the vice president, the secretary, your treasurer, and the red large and the deputy red large. A lot of times, those two go uncontested. Whoever filled out the form and put their nominations in and have the signatures, they get it because nobody wants it. Again, something that we want to change. We really, 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 really need to see some people apply to serve on the board. There is a path board member in this room, so I'm going to identify myself as a path board member. She can tell you about the service that, the commitment that it takes. So again, that deadline is April 1st, and I hope to see some of you guys there. The commitment, again, is there's some travel, and there's some video conferencing that goes along with that. But again, we get to so that's pretty cool to me. Last but certainly not least, we do have a meeting department. Like I said, our meeting department is currently working to put on an amazing conference in New Orleans. Call for proposals has gone out, and so a group of RD members is currently reviewing all of those proposals and trying to put together a program that would be exciting, interesting, and seeing worthy, of course. So the registration for that will be opening up in the next couple of weeks. And as Marty you get a discount on that rate. You get about $100 discount on that as well. So the registration is about $450, but the CDs, I believe it is, and so the certified degree capture 80. So you get 3 of those at the RD conference. So recently I went to the hotel. It's really nice. Share rooms, the room is huge. It's right outside of the trolley station. So it's not on Bourbon Street, which is probably a good thing, but it's a trolley ride away, 2 stops away from the trolley. So, if nothing else, if you haven't been to New Orleans, it's a great time to go. It'll be in August, so it'll be a little warm, but you'll be there with your RD members. You'll be there with the community. And like I said, we're trying to do really fun things this year because we heard or outings, trying to in some of the cities you have opportunities earlier, to have the ability to explore the city. So New Orleans is nice. They have good food, they have good history, they got great people. So I really, really, really strongly encourage you if you have the means to go to attend. So for the people, well, I have a couple things. I have some magnets for you guys that advertise the Orleans conference. So if you want one, feel free to take one. But I also want to do my raffle. So I have two already good bags here. One of them, they basically have the same thing except for the name book. RIT also publishes their own books. So some of the books are valuable. So one packet has the mentorship book, which is probably like a $45 book. And then I have a law enforcement book. So those are for everybody who won my little slips of paper, write your name on it. So I'm doing a raffle for the law enforcement book. Who wants to be in the law enforcement raffle? Yeah. She's about to win by default, which is how our nominations and scholarships go. Oh, she does.
Oh, you going in?
Anybody else? Law enforcement book? Nobody? Great. So I need somebody to take it. Somebody who doesn't. I understand. The pressure is on. I know. All right. Rosemary. Come on. So then everybody else wants to be mentorship. Anybody else?
Right, for the legal?
The mentorship. Okay.
I haven't received a little card for.
You know, you have to answer the question. Like, no, you didn't answer any questions.
Anybody else? No? Eileen.
Eileen. Thank you so much.
Does anybody have any questions for me? As an RD headquarters staff person, talking about member services? Any of the business membership? Sure.
Can you roughly give us a number of how many African Americans certified?
There's about 300 members, African American members of RD. Out of the 16,000 members that we have. There's 16,000 RED members on a good day when everybody uses their membership. And the number of African American members that are members of RED are in the 300. So for those people, like I said, scholarship money, that tuition assistance money, that board service, all that So,
Do you know what is going on with the interest groups? Like, in terms of considering the college, do you know what's going on with that? Because I know that the conferences, they get set up, they need more people pay their dues for that, but then you don't hear it.
so for special interest groups, there's no longer DC. They actually don't exist. There's no longer DC.
Okay.
Previously, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, they stopped that. So now you can still go on to your profile, put the official profile and join whatever intersection you want. For ITOP specifically, I know that for a long time they were doing it in conference before this. Can't remember the conference before this. Atlanta, Philly, no, Philly, Indianapolis. They had one of their first meetings to rejoin. I can put you in contact with the chair of that committee. Currently, I know they have a group added to it, and that's what it was about. That's pretty much all the things that they do right now. I know they probably saw some lanyards and to get them to do at the regional conferences. But what she's talking about is the interpreters and translators that color member section. That's another benefit of your membership dues is that you can join member sections. And what they basically are special interest groups. So there's a IDP interpreter parent member section, there's a deaf caucus member section, the ITOP member section, there's a student member section, and basically what they do is it's just a time for you to want to hear about people, talk about the issues that you face in the community, your past, hey, right path. So as an RED member, you do that. Yes, sir.
There's a certain amount of contribution that goes to ITOP, but it's definitely this kind of state never did anything given to an organization like NAOBI, you know, do something that can protect it.
So the money that they raise, it goes to different things. For their meetings that happen in the regional conferences and national conferences, they usually post something and try and do refreshments like you guys are doing. So it might go to that. But throughout the year, and I just know because I'm liaison to the group, they usually don't spend a lot of money. So they have some money there that is for the group's discretion. So like I said, I can put you in contact with the ITOP chair currently, and maybe there can be some partnership between NAOBI and ITOP. Because it's just an untapped resource. You know, I really can't stress that enough about the lack of involvement with people of color. And there can be a variety of different reasons why. But here in member services, me being the director, I welcome all of you. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you know, just generic questions about leadership, what can you get for your money? Let me know. So I have some business cards here. I'll be around. Come up to me, ask me. Any other questions? Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I want to add, because the question came from the back of the room, how many black CDIs? And I remember when you shared that number with me last time, it was less than 5. That's in the United States, less than 5.
That is criminal. That is criminal.
And I'm open to listening to any of the suggestions that you have so that we can make, that Black people of color feel more included in RE. Like I said, I don't have all the power. I'm not the answer. I can't make decisions independently. But for sure,
I've tried since, I want to say since 1986. Yeah, 1986. How many years is that? Can someone do the math for me?
28.
Yes, exactly. I've been trying all these years. I was on the panel in Philadelphia. They had all these great ideas, young folks, people who had blind, blue-eyed folks, that's all they had over there. People talk about how they've been trained and been out in the field and all that, but all of them, and all the students, none of them look like her. It's just so frustrating. How do we approach that? How do we solve that problem? It's happening all over. We have so many interpreters that are motivated and excited to work, but what can we do to stop that problem from happening in the future? Nothing at all. I'm on the board of the National Deaf Black Advocates. We haven't heard a peep at all about this issue. But you talk to CSD, that's it. But there's no access to these issues. Having access doesn't mean having any interpreter. It means having cultural competent interpreters. That's what we need. Don't ignore it. People need to recognize that we are Black deaf professionals, Black deaf individuals, and respect that. But she can bring it back to R&D. Yes, she can.
I have to say that we and NDDA and the chapter, instead of, I think we need to, and in front of them, but not just you should. The whole NDDA written letters going as a group and face them.
Well, they can just come to our meetings and see what we're talking about. Yeah. Well, my question is, why do we have to go there? That's what we always have to do that. We're stuck.
We want it. We want that certification. We want that.
I mean, we have the power. They should be able to come to us. They have the power to do that. Or are we supposed to go over there chasing after them? You tell me.
We're not chasing. We want the certification.
Well, some of us did already.
I think it would be the same as us wanting to pass law exams or any kind of exam, and we feel like, we're not passing. Then we present our issues to them. They don't have to have us.
Yes, I remember we did.
They don't have to have us. There are plenty of people who are passing. So if we want it, then we're, what's up? These are our issues. But I think if we, you should, I think we should, as a group, NBDA, NAOBI.
Yes, but MBDA, we've done that. We're frustrated. We've had meetings beyond meetings, It's just like NAD. I mean, they're great. They listen. They're wonderful. They're like, oh, yeah, oh. But then next thing you know, there's no action. It's the same old thing.
So does NBDA follow up? What's up?
We do. We're on it. We do, but we're tired.
And they're waiting for that. I think
We're
they're waiting for you to become bored and tired and give up.
Come on now. Come on. That's not the same.
I know.
What?
It needs to get fixed. Period. All right, so I don't want to keep people too long. Oh. All right, so we do have some solutions. A little birdie did fly in and that there will be a workshop actually related to Black CDI, and that will be annual conference. And the objective of that workshop will be to talk about that issue, have people there present at the table. And we're not going to talk about the involved ID, we're going to be trying to recruit our people to give them information. Because often there's information that they're out of contact with. And if we're talking about information like ID, they're not really that would be happening. And that's all I have to say about that.
So before we run out of time, because I did ask Ryan to come in for a few minutes, but this has been a good discussion, and I want to bring up a few things. So Ryan's role is member services, but I also
Yes, I know that your position is regarding member services, but I'm not trying to yell at you. It's just something that I want you to bring to the organization. You know, I'm an old man. I have a lot of issues. I've been fighting for this for many years. You know, give an old man
But really, no, really two things. So that's really part of the reason why I want to bring RID here to every meeting. Somebody from RID here to every meeting, because they need to see that we're here. We have issues, we have concerns, we have thoughts, we have valuable things that we want to bring to the table. Ryan's role is member services, but I also plan to bring the certification director, so we can talk about that. Like I said, we have Carol, who's already committed to come for March, who does the CMP. But, you know, I've always said, who are the screeners? Who's screening our tests? We would like to know that background. We want to know demographic information. You don't have to tell us who, of course, they're anonymous, but we want to know that they do have some diverse awareness. But we don't know these things. So we do have questions that as a community joint, I agree with you, Barbara, that we need to bring to R&D. Gallaudet, everybody who knows that this is Gallaudet University's president last year as president of Gallaudet, right? If you didn't know, welcome to Gallaudet University. This is actually a campus. The president of the university, President Hurwitz, this is his last year. When change, yeah, he made an extension.
Oh, no.
He's made an extension.
No, he's done.
No, he's done. This is an extended. This is a 6 year.
Bye-bye.
But
See, hurry up. 5 years, too long.
but it's how much opportunity for the university to get a new president and experience change. I have to say, before Ryan goes to see, RID is also experiencing change. It has been announced today that Shane Feldman's contract is not being renewed. So there'll be new change, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just change. I mean, that position has not been held by one person forever. So there's an opportunity to get back in the door and have somebody new hear some issues as well. But I'm just thankful that Ryan took time to come out and chat with us. I'm really thrilled that she brought. I'm going to get my bag. Just talk about the side. So thank you, my love. Thanks again, guys. And she always says, Kathy, there's scholarship money on the table, and I don't see NAOBI folks applying. So she always is looking forward to y'all's involvement. So please, when you do things, make sure you let her know NAOBI-DC sent you. Okay, back. We have a lot to do there. We're not going to get to the question. Okay. Board reports quickly, as brief as possible. Brief as possible. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a cute picture. It's cute. Kevin was behind her in that picture in the to make it fast as possible.
January newsletter went out, but then it didn't really. So I, like eight people got it, and once I realized I didn't get it, there was something wrong. I contacted GoDaddy, we have the website set up with, and they are in works of trying to figure out how we got marked as spam. So they are trying to figure out how to release us under this condition. So that's why my February newsletter is going to be kind of sad face, because I might try to figure out and finagle some other way to still get the information out to you. It's really sad face for January because I completely forgot to consider Facebook and then ask for you all to just send it out to everyone. But that will happen for February, so I'm not really as sad. However, we do have for the following months coming soon, we will have upgrades. We will consider other options that is currently with the board, and decisions will be made. So bigger, better, greater things coming out of publications. Next, I am in, I guess, the POC liaison with DCA-BDA for the Black History Month events this year. And so I'm just going to run, you can actually just look at them, just run them down real quick on what's going on, but I will highlight the two that we will be partnering with them specifically on. And don't worry, I'll post it somewhere you guys can see it. It's too small at this moment. As you see, they have a kickoff tonight. There are several people over in Foster right now, didn't realize the conflict until it was too late. But it has started today, and then they will have again a movie tomorrow. What we are going to be hosting is next week, Friday. We are going to have a trivia night. It's going to be here at NPR. DCA-BDA is going to provide refreshments, and then we're going to get together. We're going to have different categories: Black history, Black interpreter history, Black deaf history, American history, pop culture, because it's not a trivia night without pop culture. And so we'll just have fun, just get together, mingle with DCA-BDA. In addition to this, I'm noticing, sorry, the asterisks. For you all that have always wanted to be involved but don't know how, this is an opportunity to be able to provide your interpreting services for DCA-BDA. If you are interested in being involved in any one of these events, they do need interpreters. They would love to work with us. And in the fact that we are partnering with them, I would like to make sure that we are able to provide services for them. I'm going to try to be out there for as many as I can get out to. That's the list. The next thing that NAOBI-DC is going to be partnering with is on February 21st, serving our legends. Is going to be a so go further deeper into it, but we will be serving our senior citizens, and so it's going to be for those 55 and over, and honoring those in the Black interpreting community and the Black deaf community. I'm sorry, Danita. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's like, she's my editor, and I just really do like just copy paste, and so she's screaming like right now internally, but out loud because I can feel it. And then into the rest of their events. You have a question.
February 14th, it said deaf owners of color.
Many of the things right now are still being kind of hashed out, so this is a rough, but they do have many ideas.
Also, Latoya Plummer, who is the chair of the DCA-BDA, Dorian just told me that she'll be coming here tonight. So catch her and ask her, or Naisha. Naisha is the current president of DCA-BDA. And I want to acknowledge that because this is Naisha's first year as president of DCA-BDA, so I'm going to be honest. Thank you. But I think Latoya Plummer is coming, as well as you could ask Naisha more about all of these things.
And then the highlights in April, taking over that day, just make April 4th available on April 4th. And again, so Latoya will be coming. I don't know if Julia will be coming, but they are the co-chairs for this event. So further deeper questions, you can ask them, or you can contact me if you're interested in volunteering, putting in your pro bono hours with this organization for any of the events that you see. Contact me and I'll report it off to them and we'll get together.
Shannon, let me.
They're not. All right. That's me. I am Shay, collector of kitty videos and membership chair. Flip that. Membership chair and collector of kitty videos. All right. What's coming up in 2015? Members and more members. So last year we had about 80 registered members. My goal is for 2015 to have more than that. So all you guys got to become members. As soon as this meeting's over, line up over there, and Sequoia will take all your membership money. And I want to especially recognize the people who took advantage of our October Best membership drive. It was from the end of September to the end of October. People signed up early, and I said, hey, if you guys sign up early, you'll get all of 2014, and by all I mean like, October to December, 2015, and you'll get a $10 off any NAOBI-DC event that you would like to use it for, so you guys have those vouchers. And you also get a special membership gift. Woo! Has been lovingly hand prepared by me individually, by hand. I'm saying all this so if you guys open it and you think it's the cheesiest thing you've ever seen, you'll take into account that I worked really, really hard on it. No. I cut all these myself. I cut off the parts my cat chewed on. So thanks to everyone who participated. Some of you are in here in the room tonight. Come get your gifts. For those of you who are like, gee, I wonder what these really amazing things are. It's a tennis racket. I'm just kidding. It's not really a tennis racket. You guys fall for anything. These are NAOBI-DC coasters. Oh. And look, they've got foam on the back.
No slide.
I know. So there are two different kinds. One of them says, thank you for participating, supporting, being a supporting participant, something like that. It's really eloquent. And the other one says, all meanings depend on the key of interpretation. So I thought that was a good quote for NAOBI-DC. And bonus, if all of you who open it can figure out what that thing in the middle of the O is. There's a thing in the middle of the O. And if you've been in DC for more than a year, I expect that you'll be able to figure it out. I'm just saying. So, gifts for people. Come grab them. Your name's on that list. Remember it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. All right, other things coming up in 2015. I already talked about members, membership perks. We're always working to figure out new things to make you guys excited about being members of NAOBI-DC and to give you all more membership benefits. If you have any interest, please let me know. We are going to continue chat circles. Last year we did thematic chat circles, so people got together and instead of just sort of chatting, we chatted about specific topics. We're going to do that again this year. So last year we talked about Black interpreter education. We talked about the different levels of, or the different generations of certifications that exist out there. And we talked about ASL, who owns it. Those were some really good, exciting conversations. We're hoping to have those again soon.
And now new circles. So I don't know that we're going to have circle time right this moment, but from now on, when we have eye time, everyone will be in a circle that looks like this. This will be available for you guys. It'll be on the website. Basically, everyone who signed up in a column, that column is a circle. So the circle idea is we're all a ginormous group, but if you're sitting over here, you might never ever get to meet someone who sits in that back corner. And you might not realize that some new person has shown up. So our hope is that if we have small groups that we can all, in one meeting, we break up into, every person who walks into this room gets assigned to a circle, and every person gets to walk out having made connections with people in NAOBI-DC. Because that's really what we're about. And it would make me super sad if you came into NAOBI-DC at a meeting and you didn't really get to meet the amazing members that we have here and feel like the family that we have that we're building here. So that's the idea behind the circle. So we're also going to try to do some stuff throughout the year with these smaller circle groups. Maybe have a circle host a chat circle, have a circle do something together. So look for that as we move on. Are you good? Yeah, excellent. All right, so that's the circle concept. The names of the circles are for active chapters. Right now, there is no circle for Southern California. That's going to be my holdover in case I feel like the circles are getting too big. We'll have another circle that we can start adding members to. All right, and last but not least, you all feel it? You all feel it, don't you? I feel it too. I'm so excited. Okay, thank you guys.
No, she did that. She slept in it. Okay, so our PDC chair was ill this evening. She really was sad about it. She was trying to come up with stuff. I'm like, just forget it. Don't do it. But I was more so concerned about her being ill as well as the food, because she was responsible for being food, just being honest. So I want to thank Nicole who went to get the food. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah. And we wish Mara well because she is home ill and she might be streaming. So I hope she'll be instead of I'm concerned about you. Concerned. Anyway, she has a list of wonderful suggestions that she would like to bring from an educational standpoint. Included in that, I've already told you guys in December that part of my goal is also to train you guys for leadership. Just offer leadership training. That's not outside of the church, just leadership training in general. So that will come forth this year. But she, of course, we know this is a membership-run organization. So she wants your ideas and your suggestions. So if you have suggestions of workshops, educational opportunities that you would like to see this year, please email info@naobdc.org and just use PDC Vision in your subject line, and that will go directly to you. Sandra is our bylaw chair. She's not here. And she is also a little under the weather, so it's in our box. Really quick, and I know we're running short on time. Okay, really quick, because this is very important. We already mentioned February 21st. We were trying to make sure that we didn't overlap on DCA-BDA's events, but February 21st, DCA-BDA is going out during the day to see the museums. So they're not doing anything in the evening, so I'm like, grab it. Because I really think that it is responsible, our responsibility to honor those who have put in work before we got here. So we are hosting, I think it will be our first, I don't know, but a dinner for our senior citizens. I'm saying honored citizens, age 55 and up. But you can still be involved because you can serve. So age 55 and up from the deaf community, from the interpreting community, we would like to get together. There are stories that they shared when they were young, just like Lindsay talked about Barbara when we came down here, and only seeing Barbara and Shirley and his time in New York, and Ava discussed last time being one of the very few back in the day. But there are stories that they have that they shared together when we would get born or not get born that we would love for them to get back together and discuss. So everybody can be involved. How? Glad you asked. Because we need your financial support to put it on. So we are asking for everybody who is not 55 and up to serve either in one of two ways or A, give a donation of your age to support the cause. I won't tell your age. Rachel won't tell your age when she collects your money. Just give a donation of your age and or sign up to serve, meaning serve food, just be a part of the setup committee, cleanup committee. But we really wanted to take a moment to honor those who have done so much for so long as we celebrate Black History Month. So I hope you guys like the idea. I hope you are excited about being a part of it. We'll be here on campus at the old gym. And, you know, if you know it has been around and would love to come out and join us. It starts at 5, because we know some of the 55 and under want to be out late. So we wanted to make sure the sun was still out. And we will be ready to serve you as safe with the interpretive community. So again, before you leave here, you have a few things to pay for. We're sorry you came here. You should be getting your taxes soon. You should be paying for your membership, and you should be paying for your age to support this event. Okay. And I want to thank already in advance the co-chairs for this event, Tanya Butler, Takita Williams, the two young ladies in the back. They're kind of on the opposite end of the, but those are two young ladies who have graciously accepted. I'll take a motion to extend it to 5 minutes. A second. Well, there's only like 3 people here for a which is me. I'm in favor. So moved. Very important, preaching to the choir, registration is open tonight. Yay! Thank you. Can we do it again, Tanya? Preaching to the choir is taking place here on the weekend of spring break, the weekend of spring break, March 13th, 14th? Friday and Saturday. So please register. We have some great workshops. If you were here 2 years ago, Claris Industries is coming back. Claris. I mean, Claris. She will be back. Great workshops by Pastor Bob Rhodes, Raymond Anderson, Fred Bean, Nicole Schamberger. Just a wonderful, wonderful list of workshops that we have for you guys. We have 3 tracks, so there is something for everybody. If you're interested in being a vendor, please see a mirror. Thank you very much. We will have tables. We have a lot of stuff set up. Just see the website. We have tons of information on it. You can pay your registration tonight if you just want to 3 things. I mean, just kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Your age, your membership, preaching to the choir registration. So I want to thank everybody who serves on that committee. Nicole Morgan and I are co-chairing that committee. So thank you. If you have any questions about it, you can see any of the Preaching to the Choir committee members. Raise your hand. Preaching to the Choir committee members. All of these wonderful ladies raising their hand. Thank you. Good business. Somebody, a little birdie told me that NAOBI-DC, NAOBI-DC, thank you very much, at the hands of one of our wonderful members, has graciously accepted the call to serve as CMP sponsor for NBDA conference. So I'm really excited about that. I really am. So thank you, those who put that together. But I'm really looking forward to it. So we've been in discussion with Bimbo, who is one of the conference chairs, to make sure that the CEUs are provided accurately. So we will be posting that event. Really looking forward to that in August. And also their call for proposals, if you want to present at the conference, is Sunday, February 1st. So if you already have a workshop in your bag that you want to present at NBDA conference, Sunday is the last day. Busboys tonight, everybody knows that. If you can go, go. Wonderful. Any other new business? Wonderful. Any announcements? Now's the time. Open mic. Rosemary, Sunday's your big day. Yeah? That's that.
Hi, everyone. Hey. Everyone's like, hey. Everyone's big. Cats, yeah. Hey. Yeah, everyone's alive. So, hi, I'm Rosemary. I'm Rosemary Johnson. Everyone knows me. Some of you don't know me. I'm a master's student here at Holiday University, studying deaf studies. I started my grad program. I wanted to make a contribution back to the community. And also,
So I figured out how to do that in different ways. And I realized that I could post a fundraising. So this Sunday from 2 to 5 near Chinatown Metro, I will host a fundraising event in support of Dawn, the Deaf Abused Women's Network, and also Deaf Reach. And there will be a silent auction with art pieces that are all my art pieces that I've been working on for the past 2 years. And at the same time, we will test your technology because my research focused on smartphone technology and how to use smartphone technology and how we can combine that with access in museums. So the silent auction and the technology event will be there, and that'll be fun. So you guys can come on out. Again, you can play with technology, there's free burgers, free wine, everything's free. It's in the Chinatown Metro, and there is a website with a lot of information. I'm just giving you a little bit of the information right now, but it's in ASL there. And it's called the Law 600F. So it's just one block from the Chinatown Metro station. So the website for more information is www.foodforthesoul.com. And that's the name of the event. I also wanted to recognize NAOBI-DC. So many mentors that have supported me that are here tonight since 2009. And I really have grown with this organization, and I've grown with your support. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to host this type of event without your support. So I encourage you to come support my research, but at the same time, to support your community. So thank you so much.
I'm super proud of Rosemary. If you haven't seen her art, you don't want to miss that event. She's a wonderful artist. So I'm excited for you and looking for you. Any other announcements from the floor before we close? Wonderful. So what we did not have the opportunity to do is break into groups and dialogues because you guys were supposed to have questions for Lindsay. He's still here. And remember, he talks about his beautiful wife. That's her next to him. So, but he's still here. So take an opportunity, meet somebody before you leave. Ask him all of your questions if he'll stay for a few minutes.
Sure, that's no problem.
He will tell you what's on his mind. Live in the living color. Straight, no chaser. It's Friday night, so if you want straight, no chaser, Lindsay don't. So, right, straight, no chaser. So, I think that's it for me. The crazy cat didn't put that out. Thank you. I'll take a motion from the floor to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
1 second. Second at 9:10. Meeting is closed. Please speak to Lindsay before you go. Meet somebody, you guys. Don't leave here without meeting somebody and saying hi to all our first timers. Thank you, and
Yes. Thank you for the interpreting team.